You can do your SMS later. We are live on Sports Today.
Are we?
Yes. What I want you guys to tell us one thing because we're trying the audio via different means
Okay.
today,
Okay.
and I don't know whether this is connected.
How will you know? How will you get to
I
know?
will know because our family members, our subscribers will
Okay.
come. They will be sending comments if they
Okay.
can't hear us,
So,
and they will be writing. This is perfect. Your audio is perfect. You have shown me live. So I don't have
so
to
what
tell
we
you.
need is some light on our faces as well,
No,
because
no, no. This is this.
this is okay.
If you come closer, sir, you will get better light on our
Ah.
faces. Our
So
camera
this
person
is
is back.
the historic Narendra Modi Stadium behind us, the biggest cricket stadium in the world, and the last few years, this could actually be the biggest Test match India is playing in.
Really? Why
It
do you
has
say
to
that?
be
People will
in
say
the
that.
context.
People will say you've qualified for WTC.
No, you still haven't.
Sri Lanka not going to win 2-0 against New
No,
Zealand
but
in
you can't. You can't. And if you're going to go aspire and win the World Test Championship, you can't be dependent on Sri Lanka not being able to beat New Zealand or New Zealand beating Sri Lanka. I mean, you do everything on your own. क्या है वो that song? कितने बाजू उतने दम. So you
सुन ले
need to.
दुश्मन
हाँ. So
ध्यान से.
this is a big test match in the context of the series also, because India cannot also let Australia go home happy, content that we've beaten India. So if India do win a test match, this test match, and they win the series 3-1, you can still turn around and say, oh yes, 2 bad days in Indore, and we were able to regroup. So the test match is important.
No, it is. It is. I agree. And you also want to carry that confidence. And I tell you why. It's also one more reason why it's more important is you have been saying we want these kind of pitches. Okay, Indore you lost. After that also you said one off. Majority time we win in these
Yeah.
pitches. If you lose another one on the turning track that we are all expecting it to be, then I think for you as a team or as team management to justify keep getting these tracks in the future, even though after this you're not playing a series, will get tougher.
Yeah.
So to keep the outside noise, so to say, quiet,
And again, the World
you
Test
have to win.
Championship final, if you play against Australia.
Yes.
So when you go to England, you go to the Oval Test match. When you play Australia, Australia should know that they lost the series. And if you're not able to win the Test match here, Australia will tell you, "Oh, we went to India, and you were not able to beat us." So
In the conditions that you prepared.
yes, so that also is a psychological edge, a boost that the Indians would need.
Can I show all our viewers? You see a lot of security here. And right now, by the way, the teams that left, they were here for practice.
Yeah.
The Indian team practiced at 1 o'clock. It was an optional practice. They were here practicing. And when they were here, this entire place was like a fortress. There was so much security here. Now you will see one policeman there, police truck there, all of that. But
SPG is just coming.
see, SPG has just come. Vehicle that is just coming. Where is going? So why there is extra security while India matches or India Australia matches will always have security because the two Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be here in the Narendra Modi Stadium on day one of the Test match. Anthony Albanese, the Australian Prime Minister, is also going to be here. He's here on a 4-day visit. So because of that, there is a lot of security. Talking about security, you will hear now. You are hearing the siren. You will see one security vehicle coming with the red light blinking. See, it's got the police light blinking. So, in fact, Vikrant, we were staying in the team hotel. The hotel, by the way, thank you for arranging such a 7-star hotel, making me stay in a
Ever
7-star
since I have
hotel.
started traveling with you, I have these luxuries. Else, I was.
You got the whole hotel booking done. And it's not a 5-star, 7-star, the best hotel in Ahmedabad. The teams are staying. All VIPs are staying. We were staying there. But we've stayed in team hotels many times. But here the security was next level.
Exactly. But then, again, coming back to the test match, Nikhil, my question to you, would the Indians be telling themselves that the indoor loss was just an aberration? Or would they actually be telling themselves that they played below par, and Australia are a serious, serious threat.
No, I think you and I are more
Worried,
worried than the team is.
cynical.
No, I don't know if we are cynical. Maybe our concern is genuine. I'm not
Uh,
saying that, but I think that the noises coming or the confidence that the Indian team is showing, and which may be the great thing, and maybe which is what makes them such a world-beating side, was that see that was a one of that. That is the kind of pitches that we'll want. These are the pitches that will continue to be made,
hmm,
and these are the conditions that will suit us. Okay, one loss here and there. You lost here, or that one Test match in Kanpur, New Zealand drew, or maybe here and there there'll be some games will be troubled. But 9 times out of 10, we're going to win. We'll continue to do that in Ahmedabad.
hmm,
Also, you will do it. But my question is, now there is a little twist to this game.
hmm,
It's not just about winning or losing. It is also about the two prime ministers watching the game.
hmm.
Now, would a game which has got so much of attention because of the diplomatic angle, the
Yeah.
two prime ministers, can it afford to come into the news
For the wrong
on
reasons.
wrong reasons that 2 day test match, 2.5 day
No,
test match?
no.
Huh?
See, a test match may finish inside 2 or 3 days.
Hmm.
That depends on the kind of performance one or the two teams will show. But India, I think here will give a better surface, a better pitch. And when I say a better pitch, doesn't necessarily mean a good batting surface. It could well be just like Nagpur or Delhi, but it certainly will not be like Indore. In Indore, you had the fifth ball of the test match, the puff of dust came out. So that was unreasonable. And not that the Indians had given that pitch intentionally, but again, pitches are something that you don't make in refrigerators, you know. So the kind of
So you can't
heat,
set a temperature.
yes, the kind of heat, the sun, the amount of watering. You've got to be very, very careful. I believe that this pitch will be different from the pitches that we have seen in Ahmedabad 2 years ago against England. Those were also rank turners. And I really do believe that this pitch will be something like maybe the Nagpur pitch. With the red soil, there could be sharper turn, there could be more bounce, but I think batsmen can also play their shots. I think this will be that kind of football.
I wonder today it's the eve of Holi. By the way, I know if you're in Maharashtra, people are celebrating Holi. What would the team be celebrating Holi? Because tomorrow you'll have optional training again.
They will. I mean, they'll have their families, a few of them, and maybe it could be a get together over lunch or dinner tomorrow.
But did you see a lot of families? No.
I'm sure a few players might have their families around. And even if they don't have their respective families, the team in itself is a family.
Oh yeah,
You know,
there'll be
this
some
is called
function.
team bonding, or yeah, there'll be some function. And I'm sure. I don't know if they'll eat gujia or
Why not?
jalebis.
Why not?
They may or they may not. You know, the fitness conscious
Health
players,
conscious.
health conscious players. But I think the Indians need to stay eager. You know, a test match of this stature, you've got to stay eager. You've got to be excited. You've got to be nervous at the same time. You also need to eliminate any sense of defeatist attitude that the Indians, if not the players, the management has been showing in them. While asking for such pitches, it clearly defies the kind of play that you normally associate with this Indian team. A team which has beaten Australia in Australia, England in England, plays in India on such surfaces. I think there's this defeatist mindset that the Indians need to come out of.
You said the Indian players need to be eager for this game also. You met one of the players, KL Rahul, very closely. You were chatting with him. Was he looking eager?
I don't think he's going to play in the 11.
Ah,
He,
that's certain. Because he didn't practice today.
yeah, but also, Nikhil, now that you've gone to Shubman Gill, you can't tell Shubman Gill, oh, you were allowed only 2 innings. And I think KL Rahul will have to bide for his time. He'll have to wait for his time. Unless there's an injury which we don't know, which pops up
Is he
on the eve of the
already?
test match or the morning of the test match.
Yeah. Is he already in T20 mode? Or,
Rahul?
yeah.
No, I think he needs to be ready for the test match. You
Yeah, he
never
could be
know
called.
what can
Absolutely.
happen. And I'm sure while you asked him those
On
questions,
strike rate.
Yeah, but I think one thing about KL Rahul now is
Ah,
that he's not flashy, he's not flamboyant, like I would assume when he started. So
yeah,
there's
that is
very
right.
little giveaway from his side. So he's like Rahul Dravid, says a lot, but it becomes difficult to read his body language.
No, today he was direct when I asked him about strike rates in
Yeah,
T20. He used the word overrated.
yeah.
He said strike rates are overrated.
But why did you choose that question only? The
Because
strike
that
rates?
was the question that was. See, I mean, you're talking about IPL. And what is the last memory you have of the Lucknow team? He gets a good inning, but they fall just short. But the questions were about strike rate. So I didn't get an opportunity to ask
And
at the end of that.
unfortunately for Rahul, I think while he was leading Lucknow last year
Yes.
and now, the intervening 1 year has taken a lot away from him.
Yes.
He was the prince in waiting, the king in waiting, and he led India in Test matches as well. He was your star batsman, and all of a sudden, because of the injury, loss of form, he's not in the T20 scheme of things. In the Test match, also, he's not in the 11. So there is pressure on him, but I think there is age on his side as well. And if you've got the ability, you can come back.
By the way, talking about pitches, we were lucky enough to speak to one of the most outspoken person who speaks his mind cricketer in Gautam Gambhir, and he was, very open about it. He said, "I'm sorry, but these are not the kind of pitches that I would like. I don't think we should have such pitches. The Test matches finish so early. People come and pay good money to watch cricket, and he said we need to have matches like the one India played against Australia at the Gabba, or the one that we saw New Zealand play against England very recently. So he was, as open as he can be about
But
the
I,
pitches.
I, I asked him about this diminishing art of playing spin, and he did agree on a few points. Like the
But
batsman
did he
need to.
agree that the level
No,
has
because
diminished?
of the T20s,
Huh, huh.
maybe the art of defending has gone down. So when you don't trust your defense, it becomes difficult for you to survive for a longer period of time. I mean,
Yeah.
batsmen who scored runs in the last Test match were Usman Khwaja, Labuschagne, and Pujara. All three of them were willing to spend time. Second question that I asked him, Nikhil, was about Ranji Trophy. I said,
Why didn't they come?
while Rohit said that Indians knew, so I said while they knew that these are the surfaces that you're going to play on, why did the players not go and play a Ranji Trophy, at least one Ranji Trophy game each? He said, I agree with you 200%. And to add to that, the Ranji Trophy games that those players ought to have played should also have had pitches
Like
resembling
this. Yeah, yeah.
the ones that you have in the Test matches.
That makes sense because when you were saying about Ranji Trophy, and I thought, what's the point of playing Ranji Trophy?
Yeah,
Because there you'll get 200s, but suddenly you'll be asked to play in these pitches. But then, yeah,
exactly.
the solution or the way around is prepare those pitches also like that, and get used to those conditions, and then come and play here as well. But talking about the Gautam Gambhir interview, that's going to be up on Sports Today, maybe in an hour or so. There's already Deepak Huda. And we spoke about Deepak Huda being the bowler. How many chances is he getting? To bowl for the Indian team in the IPL. Bishnoi, his inside and outside of the Indian team. What has kept him going? How
Must
he will be
tell people
bowling
who are
about
joining
Muhammad
us that we
Ashraf.
are
Oh
right
yes,
outside the
yeah. If you're joining
biggest
us,
cricket
guys,
stadium in the world.
yeah, if you're joining us just now, Narendra Modi Stadium, the venue of the fourth Test match, the high-profile Test match to be played between India and Australia. And talking, see, you could see there's lots of security because, of course, both the teams and because both prime ministers will be there. So you can see so many, cars and SPG security, all of them have been coming and going. So we thought we'd do live visuals right out of the stadium. Also tell you how the teams are preparing. So that's that. Our time here in Ahmedabad is very short. We were here for the jersey launch, saw the players walk as models. The new blue jersey, uh, Lucknow Super Giants have changed from their green. What do
Yes.
you mean? From green to blue?
Better jersey.
Better color.
Better
But
jersey.
my only complaint is every team has now got blue jersey. Yeah. It's so tough. Delhi,
Gujarat also has a
Gujarat,
similar, yeah.
Rajasthan, Mumbai Indians,
Yeah.
Lucknow, all teams have the blue jersey. So maybe
But
some
they've got
other
a good
color.
team as well, Lucknow.
Oh, they do,
Again,
yeah.
last year, one bad day and they were out.
Yeah.
but they did play in the qualifiers. See, people will compare them with Gujarat because Gujarat were also playing for the first time and they won the title and they played very well. Hardik Pandya was a revelation. But Lucknow could have also done that.
Yeah.
If they had won that game, maybe they might have played in the final. Then you never know. So,
As Gautam pointed out,
yeah,
they said that we actually finished second on points with Rajasthan. It was a run
exactly.
rate. Had that run rate been better, we would have got 2 chances.
Yes.
But we didn't.
So
We got
luck
one chance.
maybe didn't go. There are teams like the one that I favor who don't even qualify for the qualifiers.
Punjab
Punjab,
Kings.
Punjab. So Lucknow, they've had a good start. I think the glass is half full. What they need to do is to amplify. KL Rahul will be very, very critical. I mean, they've got Nicholas Puran as well. Again, last year, Lucknow's fast bowling attack was very good. They had Mohsin, they had Avesh. Markwood may also be available this time. So, if
They've
they,
got Romario Shepherd now
yeah,
coming in from
yeah,
West Indies to and just to let you know,
Bishnoi, Amit Mishra,
I asked Gautam about Mohsin. So he says he's looking good, but there's one bit of news that he gave in that interview that Mohsin may not be 100% to start the IPL.
oh,
So he may not be 100% there in the first few matches, but they're hopeful that he'll come back because he's not played a lot of cricket. So that's the bit of news that we're giving you on Sports Today. Mohsin may not start, but Avesh is of course fully
hey,
fit,
he's
playing a
been
lot of
playing in the
domestic.
Ranji Trophy,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And he's
He's
looking
part
good.
of the Ranji Trophy
Very
winning
good.
team.
But Amit Mishra, will he get a game?
Oh, he will. Definitely. There could be
We
a
met him for
possibility
breakfast.
where both Amit Mishra and Ravi Bishnoi play in the 11
Yeah.
together.
I asked Ravi Vishnu that. I
Ah.
said, two leggies now. So he says, so what? I was with Punjab and we were two leggies. Murugan
Yes.
and me used to play. Murugan, Ashwin and me. Here also, two leggies will play. But Amit
Very
Mishra,
simple boys. Both
Amit
Deepak
Mishra,
Huda and Ravi Bishnoi.
what I liked about Amit Mishra is like, ठीक है थोड़ा सा एज हो रही है but फिर भी बॉल तो डाल
Yeah,
ही
at
लेता
40, Amit Mishra has that zeal. You know, at 40, he could very well retire from the game, play in the Legends League and Road Safety and other leagues around the world, make more money. He can make 5 times more money, but he still wants to play in the IPL. He still wants to play for Haryana in the Syed Mushtaq Ali. I mean, you know, amazing.
है. Chalo, the light is disappearing. It's 7 o'clock. Thank you
We've
so
got a
much
flight
for
to
your
catch.
company. We have to
But
rush.
Mr. Rawat is landing,
Yes,
and we are taking off.
we'll keep bringing you the latest updates. So, all 700 of you who are watching us, thank you so much for your company. Nikhil Naz, Vikrant Gupta, signing off from the Narendra Modi